Hi, this is Martin, and this is a little bit of a background as to the beginnings of my advertising career and how I transitioned over to becoming an advertising representative for publications. I started out my work career in advertising on the ad agency side. These agencies consist of professionals that work on different accounts to make the brands more popular, show off their advantages versus the competition, and ultimately increase sales. After many years at different agencies, I transitioned over to the other side, that is, an advertising sales representative whose responsibility is to sell commercial time on a television, radio network, or individual station, or ad space in magazines or newspapers to the client and ad agency to be included in their media mix. It looked like they were having more fun, and there was the opportunity for financial gain due to both a salary plus commissions on sales in these positions. After working at Ladies' Home Journal, mostly food-oriented accounts, and Homeowner magazine, mostly home improvement accounts, where I was the publisher, I then transitioned to starting my own business, representing School Nutrition magazine, directed to those who feed school children, and Chicago's North Shore magazine, an upscale area of the city. Computer and software magazines, directed to electrical engineers, Cures magazine, directed to restaurant beverage programs, and Beverage Dynamics, whose target was wine and spirit retailers. Then, as a part of the mix, I represented Palm Springs Life, which was entirely different. This was a total departure from any norm. Palm Springs is one of the smaller, very affluent areas in the United States, located in South Central California. It is a tourist mecca, especially for residents of Southern California, such as Los Angeles, about a 107-mile trip or a 2-hour drive, and San Diego, a 142-mile trip or about 2.5 hours by car, as well as San Francisco and Sacramento. It is also a winter destination for Midwest residents from states such as Minnesota, Wisconsin, and Illinois. It is also known as the golf capital, with about 130 courses, both in Palm Springs and the surrounding towns, with beautiful mountain ranges as a background. The full-time population of Palm Springs is only about 45,000, but there are over 14 million day and night visitors during the course of the year to Palm Springs and its surrounding smaller town. It originally became popular for celebrities and movie stars because studios in Los Angeles in the 1930s started to require a 2-hour limit for travel when they were working on a movie set. As a representative of Palm Springs Life magazine, I was tasked with calling on upscale brands in my territory, such as Tiffany, Cartier, Harry Winston Jewelry, Chanel Fragrances, Louis Vuitton Moet Hennessy, Coach, Saks Fifth Avenue, Bloomingdale's, Bergdorf Goodman, Prada, Gucci, Ralph Lauren, Mercedes-Benz, upscale liquor and champagne brands, and any product related to golf. The difference between calling on many of these brands, for the most part, is the line of screening that you must go through. Take, for instance, brands like Cartier or Harry Winston on Fifth Avenue in the 50s, where the average piece of jewelry is thousands of dollars. There will be a representative of the company at the front door where you are required to show identification. Then there can be a series of door passageways that you must enter before reaching your appointment contact. There is a certain sense of, like, who are you and why are you here? You represent who? Now, for the most part, they know about the affluence of Palm Springs and why it is a potentially attractive market to be associated with, but they may not be as familiar with the publication. Part of the reason is that the magazine was somewhat reluctant to send out complimentary copies because of its expense. Each copy was high gloss and generally 350 to 400 pages. Alternatively, they were confronted with so many other attractive choices on a national level. The magazine has been owned by a family, a gentleman by the name of Milt Jones, who purchased it in 1965 and originally acted as both the publisher and editor. It began to grow rapidly and become the dominant force in the area for news on the arts, design, sports, celebrities, and entertainment. Milt was rather an important figure in the area and was very well respected as a philanthropist and businessman. He, through the magazine, started many important golf and entertainment events that has put the town on the map. He was also very famous for his favorite car that he drove all around the Palm Springs area. In 1957, baby blue Ford Thunderbird. It is a real beauty and stands out no matter where it is. He was very proud of it, and its appearance was as attractive as the day that it came out. His son Franklin now runs the business. In all my years representing magazines, making calls for Palm Springs Life was the only time that I felt a tuxedo with tails might be more appropriate to wear on sales calls. Not likely to have happened, but it might have been lots and lots of fun. Thank you for listening, and farewell until the next time.